she yelled. "You're not a man!" Then watched me host dinner with a woman twice her worth. For 3 years, occasional snippy comments had evolved into regular public humiliation, but this was the first time she'd done it so brazenly in front of people who respected me professionally. I set my glass down slowly. "Everyone, please continue enjoying yourselves," I said calmly. I maintained eye contact with my wife for exactly 5 seconds before turning back to my business associate. As I was saying about the investment opportunity, later that night, after everyone left, I stood over her with cold determination. "This was the last time you disrespect me in front of anyone." She rolled her eyes. "What are you going to do about it?" "Nothing dramatic. I'm simply informing you that the rules have changed." I slept in the guest room. The next morning, I was gone before she woke up, ignoring her increasingly frantic calls and texts. The day after the party, I received a text from a former colleague who'd attended. She was now the CEO of a rising tech company. She wanted to meet for coffee to discuss a potential collaboration. The humiliation my wife intended had instead opened a door. The coffee meeting was exceptional. My former colleague was direct. "What happened at your gathering was unprofessional and undeserved, but I was impressed by how you handled it." For the next hour, we discussed a partnership between my consulting firm and her tech company. As we wrapped up, she slid her business card across. "My private number is on the back for when you're ready to move forward, professionally or otherwise." When I returned home, my wife was waiting. "Where have you been all day?" "Building the future of my business." "With who?" "With someone who sees potential where others see targets for ridicule." Her face flushed. "Is this still about the party?" I apologize. "You offered excuses, not apologies. There's a difference." Over the next week, I maintained my position without wavering. My wife cycled through tears, seduction, anger, guilt. Nothing worked. Then came the invitation to a charity gala where key investors would be present. Thursday evening, my wife noticed me selecting an outfit. "Going somewhere special?" "Business event. A charity gala." She snatched my phone and scrolled through my messages. "You're going with her? The woman you've been meeting behind my back?" "I'm going to a professional event with a business partner. If you go to that gala with her, don't bother coming back," she threatened. "Interesting. When you screamed that I wasn't a real man in front of our friends, you expected me to come back. Now, you're defining the terms." The night of the gala, my wife blocked my path to the door. "If you walk out, I'll call everyone. I'll tell them you're having an affair." "Interesting that your first instinct is to damage my reputation." "Exactly what I've been pointing out." The gala exceeded expectations. My colleague introduced me to investors and executives who could transform my business. Midway through, security approached. "Sir, there's a woman at the entrance claiming to be your wife. She's causing a disturbance." Near the entrance, my wife was arguing with security. When she saw me, she pointed dramatically. "There he is. That's my husband." I approached with measured steps. "You have two choices. Leave now with dignity intact, or create a scene that confirms everything I've realized. You can't dismiss me like some stranger. I'm offering you courtesy you haven't extended to me. The choice expires in 30 seconds. She searched my face for wavering and found none. "This isn't over." On that point, we agree. When I returned inside, my colleague approached with champagne. "Everything all right?" "Getting there." She clinked her glass against mine. "To new beginnings." The week following the gala transformed everything. 3 major investors expressed interest, and my colleague's company offered me strategic partnership director. The salary was double my current income with equity options. 3 days later, I returned home to collect my things. She was waiting. "You can't just disappear on me. I've received a job offer. Strategic partnership director. You're working for her now. Are you sleeping with her too?" This reaction is exactly why productive conversation remains impossible. She tried tears. "I know I've hurt you, but people make mistakes. We can get counseling." Counseling requires 2 people interested in change. Your interest emerged only when consequences appeared. 3 months later, my divorce was finalized.